Okay. Your Honor, today you will hear the story of a 17-year-old boy named Trayvon Martin. On the night of February 26, 2012, Trayvon went out to buy a snack, just a drink and a candy, and he never came home. A normal walk turned into a deadly encounter because one man made assumptions, acted aggressively, and ignored police instructions. That man is George Zimmerman, the defendant in this case. This case is not just about one evening, it's about a pattern of behavior. Zimmerman had a history of calling police to report young black male as suspicious. You can see in Exhibit 8 that there were repeated calls about young black males. On several occasions, Zimmerman described young black male as threats without any real cause or real evidence. This was not coincident, it shows a mindset of profiling and bias. Your Honor, on the night Trayvon was killed, he was not doing anything wrong. He was walking home unarmed, speaking on the phone with his friend Rachel Gentle. Rachel will tell you what Trayvon said during the call, that he was being followed. He was scared and he wanted to run, so it means he was not looking for trouble, he was trying to avoid it. Your Honor, but Zimmerman made the decision to follow him during his call to the police non emergency line, which you will hear during this trial. The dispatcher told Zimmerman, "We don't need you to do that." That instruction was clear. Zimmerman ignored it. Instead of waiting for trained officers, he got out of his vehicle and followed Trayvon Martin on foot. Their choice to ignore police and close the distance escalated the situation. Your Honor, Zimmerman claims he acted in self defense. But there are no eyewitnesses to how the fight started. What we do know is that Zimmerman made the first move. He followed, he confronted, and then he claimed fear when the situation turned deadly. You will hear from Dr. Gina Simmons, an expert witness, a licensed psychologist who studied Zimmerman's behavior. In her affidavit, she explains that Zimmerman showed a pattern of anger and racial bias. Someone who saw threats where there were none and acted on impulse rather than reason. She will explain that Zimmerman's behavior is consistent with someone who acts out based on emotion, not self defense. You will also hear about Zimmerman's past conduct. He was arrested in 2005 for resisting a police officer. In 2006, a report of domestic violence was filed against him. These are not just past mistakes. This shows a pattern with a record of aggression and a disregard for proper authority. Rachel Gentle will tell you how her call with Trayvon ended. She heard Trayvon say he was being followed, then heard the sounds of struggle, and then nothing. Trayvon was shot shortly after. He had no weapon with him that night. He had a bag of Skittles and a drink. The defense will argue Zimmerman feared for his life, but the law is clear. You cannot create a dangerous situation by chase someone down, ignore law enforcement instructions, and then claim self-defense. This is not how self-defense works. At the end of this trial, you will see the truth. Zimmerman's action, his history, his mindset, his choices were not justified. Trayvon Martin should still be alive. We ask you to hold George Zimmerman responsible for the unnecessary and unlawful killing of an unarmed teenager. Thank you, Your Honor.